everyone. I hope everyone's having a great day today. This is part one of a three-part series on redirecting. So today we're specifically going to be talking about redirecting preschool-aged children. So a common concern I hear from parents and preschool teachers is, what do we do when we have taken the time to set up the environment in a way that we feel that the child is going to be successful, and then it doesn't work out the way that we thought it was going to work out? And my advice is pretty simple and easy to do. And so here's what you're going to need. You're going to need one of these fancy dancy clipboards, a stack of blank computer paper, and you're going to need two colors of Sharpie markers. Okay, so I'm going to create a pretend situation here. So we have a student, his name is Tommy, and Tommy is not sitting in the circle at circle time. It's not a long circle, it's a 5-minute circle, a welcoming circle that the preschool age teacher has set up at the beginning of the day or at the beginning of the morning or afternoon. And Tommy's having difficulty sitting in that circle. So eventually we want to teach Tommy how to sit in the circle, okay? So, but for now, what we're going to do is we're going to use something called scaffolding. So we are going to start with making some boundaries where Tommy can be during circle time. And then slowly but surely, we're gonna figure out a way to get him to the circle so that he can sit there and he can enjoy what's happening in the group. Okay, so what I'm gonna do for Tommy is I'm going to draw a squiggly line down this paper here. And on the one side, I'm going to write yes. And on the other side, in red, I'm going to write no. Okay, so we don't have to be fantastic artists to be able to do this. So yes is I might have an X on the floor where Tommy can play with the car set. So he can play with the car set on the X. Okay, and I can explain that to Tommy. So here are the cars. I can show him where the cars are. And here is the X. And this is where you're going to play with those cars. Okay? And on the no side, I'm going to make a picture that shows Tommy running around the classroom. Okay, and no, we're not going to run around the classroom. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to encourage Tommy to play with hopefully a desired activity during the 5-minute circle. And just make clear that we're not allowed to do this, but we are allowed to do this. And we want to use facial expressions. No, we're not going to run around in the circle. Yes, we are going to play with the toys, and we are going to play with the car on this circle. Okay, so this is exciting. This is what we want to do. So it doesn't end here, folks, because here's where we're now going to redirect. So if we're using scaffolding, so if you can sort of envision a staircase, we're starting here. Here is Tommy sitting in the circle with his peers, okay? To get there, we're gonna take some steps, okay? So the first is just to get him to stop running around in the circle. Okay, so we have him on this X here playing with these toys, okay, that are preferred activities. Now what we can do is a couple of things. One is we can move that X closer and closer to the circle as the days go by. 2 is we can position him in a way where he is listening a little bit and looking up at the teacher during his play. And the most important step to this is to really ensure that what's happening in the circle, so where we want Tommy to end up eventually, is somewhere where he feels that he needs to be. Okay, so we'll be talking about this throughout the series, but if what's happening in this circle really has nothing to do with Tommy and really isn't anything that interests Tommy, the chances of getting him there are going to be quite slim. So what we want to make sure is that we are using words that Tommy is interested in, that we're making eye contact with Tommy while we are teaching in the circle, and making sure that we're including him in the conversation, even though he's sitting slightly outside of the circle. Okay, so children will sit in a circle if they feel that they belong in that circle. And that's kind of the takeaway lesson that I would like preschool teachers to really hear today. And that's that when we have a child who's sitting outside of the circle, it's not because that's where they belong. It's a starting point to get them to where we want them to be. And that's sitting in the circle with their peers. I hope this information helped today, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thank you.